Now give me my theme music.
Another Zagnet production, Jones. Mr. Fingaz. Collin from the DMV. Go Dawgs. Yeah. Let's go. Hey gang, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? As a friend of mine likes to say, y'all caught me. I was trying to get that last bit of dinner in. As a friend of mine likes to say, what the business is, it is time for another edition of This Week in UGA Football. I am Mr. Fingaz, live from the 405 with a win. Comes whipping down the plane. And that guy right there, that guy, this one right here, the one y'all looking at, he is the brother from another, the sexy mother Hubbard, the ace of base in the place, in your face. Collin P from the DMV. How you doing, baby?
Oh, I'm good, man. How about you, man? I mean, kind of licking the wounds, but hey, like I say, if I'm breathing and I'm vertical, I'm all good. You know?
Yeah, I definitely was gonna say could be better, but it could be a heck of a lot worse. So
Oh yeah.
and the future is not looking too terribly bad still. Like we
Oh
said,
no.
that could have been. We said that could be one we lost. Although I had them losing to Texas and beating Alabama. I think you had them beating Bama. I'm sorry, you had them losing to Bama
Yeah.
and beating Texas. So
Yeah. I think
hopefully,
I had them had a tough game with Tennessee too, and which it was, but I had them as a possible too. You know, but hey, you know, we just can't get over that hump, man. I don't know what it is. It's our kryptonite. But you know, that game was kind of
unfortunately.
all over the place anyway. I mean, like I mean, people saying that we should have kicked for the three, and I can agree. But I mean, there's drop passes and stuff on both sides. You know, like wide open home run. Like we got lucky, and then we got unlucky. So it was a kind of a strange game all over. But hey, it's still a lot of season to play. You know, for both of us.
Yeah, well, I've been saying this. You know, I like to post my little videos in the meantime, between shows. It is definitely not. I agree with everybody. I agree. I've heard. I follow a lot of content creators. You follow a lot of content creators. I've heard everybody say, whether they're a Georgia fan or they're a Bama fan or they're an Indiana fan, it's no longer a Nick Saban problem. It
Right.
is an Alabama problem.
Yeah.
Georgia definitely has an Alabama problem. Kirby Smart's record. Kirby Smart has what? God, like less than 10 or less wins against losses against everybody else in the conference,
Yeah.
and is what 1-6 against
7. I think it's 7.
Alabama. 1-7
Wait.
against Alabama.
Yeah.
As
So
a
yeah,
matter of
it's
fact,
definitely.
and in the process of digging and doing a little history behind that, I found a very interesting statistic regarding the Georgia Bama matchup over time that I will share later. So it's not, yeah, Georgia has an Alabama problem. I mean, think about the coaches in our lifetime: Dooley, Noonan, Richt. I forgot who came after Noonan. Was it Ray Goff?
Donnan, Jim Donnan.
Jim Donnan. I'm sorry, Jim Donnan, Ray Goff, Mark Richt, and now Kirby Smart. There is a problem there when it comes to Alabama. And and God, Vince, just like Kirby had to face Nick Saban, Vince had to face off against the man with the little hat.
That hat reminds me of Caddyshack when he's like, "Hey, who?" Remember when Judge Snails bought the hat? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
Right. It just. I mean, when you look at the stat line, aside from passing yards, and Georgia definitely held it. How did you run for 227 yards on someone? Granted, running back by committee, but Chauncey Bowens, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start with the bright spots. Chauncey Bowens was an absolute beast.
Yeah.
12 carries, 119 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged almost 10 yards per carry. Anytime you saw somebody run, break one open and get a first down, it was Chauncey.
Yep.
It was definitely Chauncey. Another bright spot, Colby Young does what he does again with that first touchdown. It looked just as pretty as the one Humphreys caught the 2 weeks prior in the Tennessee game. So Gunner was okay. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he took care of the ball. So you think about how bad that is. You had to look for a bright spot guard. Quarterback only threw for 130 yards and 1 touchdown, but at least he didn't turn it over. But we didn't beat the rival that we can't ever seem to beat.
And what was odd, we talked about this during the game or before the game or whenever we talked, but it was just he didn't run as much. He didn't pull the ball down, and that's kind of what we discussed last show about him saving those legs, and not getting hurt. But there were not a lot of quarterback draw plays that I saw that were drawn up that we ran. But
here's another thing that I don't understand. We know that Kalen DeBoer does not play well away from home. Supposedly does not play well away from home. Yeah. And on top of that, they came into this game, Alabama did, ranked somewhere between, I think it was 40 and 50 in overall defense, and their rush defense was ranked lower than that. Why they didn't push the rock even more? I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and there were 2, 4, 6, 8 guys ran the ball. Chauncey got the bulk of the carries. Mm-hmm. Why not keep pushing that rock?
Yeah, I mean that was a question of mine as well. But I mean, if you look at the team stats, total yards are right on par. I mean, they had 397 total yards. We had 357 total yards. We had 1 turnover, which is uncharacteristic. First downs is telling. They had 25 first downs. We had 17. And the penalties, they had 4 for 16 yards. We had 6 for 68. Now, the third down conversions where it kind of, blew up. They were 13 of 19. We were 2 of 8. And normally we are, better on third down than we were.
There's generally something that is very telling about Georgia football. Yeah. For the uninitiated. If there's ever a game where Georgia's having problems converting on third down,
and I've got another one for you. And
they're having problems with penalties. Chances are pretty good, unless they pull out one of those, they dig one out. Chances are pretty good they're not going to win that game. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. And the last thing is the ball possession. They had it for 35 minutes, and we had it for 24. So they had it for 10 minutes longer than we have. Because me and my boy were talking about that, during the game. They had the ball.
And again, what does that come down to? Run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Run the ball. I mean, it's not like he threw the ball an awful lot, because Gunner, I almost called him Carson. Gunner only had 20 attempts during the game. Shouts out to Carson Beck while we had it. And he only had 20 attempts during the game, but what was that? How effective? We saw that just was not effective. Why didn't we just keep pushing the rock? Because we had the hot Bowens had the hot hand.
Yeah.
When we start the running back by committee, when you start adapting to this guy and going, he's going to cut on his left foot every time 1-2 cut, mm-hmm. then that's when you bring in Dylan Bell, and then you run him a couple of plays, and then you run Nate. You should have run Nate back out there and give him an opportunity to show him you have confidence in his ability to get it done. I mean, he only had the 1 carry.
Right. And then if you look at, the first half, I mean, slow starts. I mean, like that. It goes back to what we were talking about before. Slow starts, man. We went back to like a 1-half team or one, and 1-half offense even. Because I mean, you look at first quarter, they scored. Second quarter is where most of the scoring happened. I mean, they scored 70 points. We scored 2 touchdowns finally to get back in the game, and then we scored 7. Scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and that was it. And then they held it. I mean, they're kudos to them for time management. That's what they did the second half. I mean, they just
Crowned it out. They beat Georgia at their own game.
absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have said it better. I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And it's just really telling. And at this point, I'm just going to say this. I say that a lot. At this point, I'm just going to say this. Remember, I had Georgia going 10-2 or 11-1. Now I have to relook at the schedule. Why, do you ask? Because we got an undefeated Ole Miss right now sitting atop the conference. We got Mississippi State with just 1 loss. We got Texas, who, even though they seem to fall into a win every week, only has 1 loss. And then we're not even going to talk about how nasty Georgia Tech has gotten. If we thought they were nasty last year, they're really nasty this year.
Yeah, I watched that game, man. I cannot believe they came back. They won by 1 point, but I mean, they were down. They were down like 3 scores, I think, or 2 at least.
Was it Wake Forest? I think it was Wake Forest.
Yeah, it was Wake Forest. Yeah,
and Wake Forest looked like they had them dead to rights, and they managed to come back and win that game. The folks in Wake Forest in that stadium went from jubilant and elated to surrender cobra in the span of like 7 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy because I turned it and saw how much they were down. I was like, oh, they're going to lose this game. I mean, it's surprising it was Wake Forest. And I was like, wow, they're taking it to them. But I tell you what, old boy, King. I mean, he's a game manager too, man. I mean, like, it's just can't never count him out. But
you got to give their coach some credit too, though, man. He managed to find wherever he had to go to find the motivation. Maybe he had to go to Valhalla to get the Tesseract and steal it from Loki and fight Hela for it to get it back and to give them that confidence. But wherever he went and got it, he got a good heap and help and dose. And this year is showing us that last year's Georgia Tech was no one-trick pony. And he plans to put some effort and time into building a good squad. I'll give him the props where the props is due. I know we used to get teased about it, but you notice I've stopped calling the Yellow Jackets little brother.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, you got to give credit to the coach, but I mean, it seems like something that we talk about all the time about this year, maybe last year, a leader. Like, it seems like King is kind of a leader to that team. I mean, especially for the offense. I mean, it seems like they got other leaders on that squad as well. Kind of reminds me of us that we don't give up. We still don't give up. I mean, I'm not down on us for losing. Against Bama, we do have a problem with them.
I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, well, for what? Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. Like I said before, I mean, we can talk all day about losing this, that, and other thing about what happened, Bobo. I mean, like still about Bobo. I mean, people love to criticize. I'm one of them, like to criticize the play calling, but actually, I'm kind of impressed with with Bobo's play calling because it is different. I mean, he still likes to kind of fall back into his Bowie, like I said last week, ways, but he's had some good plays. But speaking of that, the little dump offs, like the screen passes, you know what I mean? We saw that a couple times.
Went back to that. I'm like, we're down. We're trying to catch up. Why are we going back to that on 3rd and 11? Why are we doing that? Knowing that their defense is sniffing that out. That's like That's like going to a concert and going wait for it because Michael Jackson's going to moonwalk at some point.
Or lean over.
Yeah, and so we know if you're an opponent of the University of Georgia, the Bulldogs, the football Bulldogs of the University of Georgia, that at some point that screen pass is coming out. And they probably need to go back to the drawing board because I've never seen anybody catch that lead block yet.
Except for that time that Zach Branch, ran down the sideline for, But I think it has been successful. But I mean, once they sniff it out, you got to go something else. That's kind of like run up the middle thing. You know what I mean? Like that, go around the side. I mean, go around left, right. So, I mean, halfback counter. Do something. In my opinion, like I'm never claimed to be a coach, but I'm saying, if it ain't working, try something else. And like I'm saying, the longer, I mean, the deeper passes. I mean, we saw some of that. The one that he threw to, like you said, Kobe Young. That thing had some hang time, didn't it? But
he put a nice rainbow on it. It almost was like the St. Louis Arch, up, and then it came right down where it needed to go.
Absolutely.
But then we didn't see a whole lot of that as the game progressed. It's like it's almost like Georgia at some point during the game decides to open up the bag, and they have all these plays. We're talking post championship squad, like post 21 and 22 seasons, like 23, 24, 25. It's like we can only pull out one big play per 3 series or something like that. It's like it's this fear of pulling out and having, pulling something out of the bag and having some play really take off and be successful.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, like a lot of our pass plays weren't even what they were 10 to 15. They were short passes. I mean, I don't think that we threw many like longer passes. I mean, some of them. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, that one that was Ford. I mean, who was that? The freshman. I mean, like had it. I mean, it was all day, middle of the field, wide open.
That was Ryan.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I'm talking about for us.
Oh, for us, I'm not sure.
It was shoot. Let me go here. Where are you at?
Of course, I would know the one for Alabama in 9 hours.
I think he might. I think he might have got taken out right after that, but I don't think he had a catch. But it was a freshman. But I mean, I can get it. I mean, he probably couldn't even believe he was wide open either. But I mean, like I said, I mean, there's several. We're unlucky and several that we were extremely lucky. But that one turnover cost us, a couple of that 4th and 1. But my boy Cash, if he didn't trip, that would have been. I mean, instead of kicking that field goal to tie it up.
Let me ask you a question. I know you love Cash Jones. I know you love him. But I got a serious question. Do you think that it's time to maybe put the cap on that? I mean, at this point, he's been playing for about a year, and he
don't get the ball enough, man. I just like him because his name and like when he gets in there. Aside from, my personal opinion, when he got in there, aside from last weekend, he produces, but he doesn't get that many touches. Let's be honest. He gets in there. Maybe he's like designated plays that he's on the field for. Like he's not on there very often.
But here's my rebuttal to that. You know that Kirby has a way of evaluating players. Like he still wants to get him in there and work him in, but right now he's sitting on -7 yards for the season, and we're getting ready to play game number 5. I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater, but I'm saying, do you think that? I mean, at this point, he's a senior, and most players, by the time they're seniors, if they're not a standout, if they don't have a standout role.
Yeah,
he kind of tried to give it. He gave him some love last season, and he was able to do some things with short distance. But he hasn't been able to really be a breakout player yet. Now something tells me that he might get a little bit of love against Kentucky. See what he can do. I don't know. I mean, it might be a deal where Kirby says, if he plays, he'll probably get picked up 4th round.
To be honest,
Go ahead.
Do you really think that? I mean, I can see that. I mean, I never claimed him being a star player. I mean, like I'm saying, it's just he's kind of like a. I mean, like I said, he hasn't been. He's not a starter. I mean, like he's not on the field. He's not a starter.
Like maybe Taysom Hill was when he was with the Saints before he started getting more playing time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he'll go to. I mean, he probably won't even get drafted. I'd be surprised if he does because he doesn't have. We don't have the sample size. He doesn't play that much anyway. But no, I mean, my love for the dude is just his name Cash Jones. I'm like Cash Jones. But no, I mean, that's not that's the majority of it, but not all of it. I mean, dude's produced. I mean, like for him having you said total -7 yards. That's what he's got.
Yes, sir.
At this point, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't even know that sticking on special teams. I mean, I don't know. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, and that was against Bama, granted, and we didn't play our best against Bama. But if at this point, with him being a senior, it looks like he's a straight, like, true senior.
Yeah.
Unless he has a couple 3 breakout games somewhere on his schedule. I mean, he might just be sitting at home going, well, I guess I'll call the CFL.
Yeah, I mean, and that's definitely. I mean, it could be the case. Like I said, I mean, it has seemed until recently. It seems like he was kind of a catalyst, on the field sometimes. I mean, because he's made some great plays, not world, groundbreaking. I can't talk groundbreaking plays, but he's gotten first downs. I mean, he plays hard. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I root for him just to root for him. I mean, I'm not saying he's like superstar, but uh, anyway. But I mean, and you know how we like to just spread the ball around. But I will say one thing. Like, I mean, even though Gunner didn't pass it a lot, but some of those passes that he threw, I'm still amazed. I mean, like he has a fastball, and there was a couple across the middle passes, that he threw that hit him right. I mean, thread the needle. Through two defenders, and like I can't remember who it was, but he had some good throws. But then again, we need more of those. We need more of those. I mean, less of the 5 yard, 10 yards, or those short passes, man. We got to go longer. We got to
Yeah,
get people
definitely.
open. I mean, receivers got to get open. And maybe I mean, some of them were, and he missed a couple. But
Yeah, you're right about that. You're 100% right about that. I having a hard time putting words together. It's just
me and you both.
it was just really really frustrating. So I think that right here would be a good place to pop in a break, and then we will be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is This Week in UGA Football. Mr. Fingaz from the 405, Collin P from the DMV. We're still talking about this doggone game, man. It's just
So let me bring up something. I just looked at the stat sheet, the game sheet, what have you. So look at defense. So no interceptions by both teams, or for both teams. Kick returns, we had two. Zach Branch had 2 for 19 yards. Long was 10 yards. Punt returns, we didn't punt the ball, not one time. Because I'm not seeing any punt returns on Alabama. So no Alabama punt returns. Do you remember any punts? I don't. I mean,
I do. At least I think I
actually, you know
do.
what? I take that back. Well, no. So they said they had no punt returns. Alabama punting, they had 3 for 119 yards inside of 22.
That you know what it was? Every punt they just let roll in the end zone.
No touchback.
I was getting ready to say, I know I saw punts. So
I thought I did too.
Don't do that to me, man. It was about to have me on this speaking wrong. So I'm like, yeah, they didn't punt the whole game.
No, I
Dummies
just go by the stat sheet.
they were just turning the ball over on downs. It was like, here, 4th down. Oh, I didn't make it. You can have it.
Yeah. You know how we seem to like to go for it on 4th downs, this season. So I have been kind of successful, but yeah, last weekend wasn't the time for it. But yeah, it's irritating, man. 24-20, 3 points. We can say whatever we want. Tie it up. Whatever. I mean, there was just so many things that.
Well, I'm definitely going to tell you this. There's one thing that I have seen plenty enough of this season, and that's pass plays by our opponents, where their wide receivers are out there hollering for the ball because they're wide open.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, secondary was getting burnt. I mean, they were getting flamed up,
or like flame on Johnny Blaze
torch across the middle. I mean, like we were getting killed. It was like
dude. I'm talking. I found out she's a witch, and the whole village came out with a torch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then another thing, the blitzing. I mean, like we didn't seem to be blitzing that much. And I mean, and at the same point, well, probably because our DBs were getting torched, our backfield was, or
Yeah,
our secondary was getting torched.
if that right there, you again nail on the head.
Yeah.
Need the coverage across the middle because no trust in the DBs.
But then we did rush, and you saw what happened when we did rush. I
Couldn't
mean,
get to him.
no, he went through a hole in the middle of the field that a truck could drive through. I mean, like all the the linemen were coming around the corners, and they pushed him to the outside, and no. What's the name? Ty Simpson was just gone right up the middle.
Yep.
And I think that was a third down play too. And I think we had him. If we got him, stopped him, that would have been a huge stop.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I'm looking at that exact play right now on the replay as it's playing.
And I tell you what, that's fourth down, or that I guess the fourth down stop. Or no, that after the turnover, and then we actually held them to 3 points. I thought
that drop pass killed me, man.
Yeah,
that drop pass on the opening drive, it killed me because you could see that he was wide open.
Oh yeah.
And so from that point on, I mean, he said we're going to test their defense and see what they've got. And when they saw we didn't have anything, he just pass after pass after pass right down the field for two, not one but two scoring drives.
Yeah.
2 touchdown drives, one in the first quarter, one in the second quarter. I think it was a couple in the second quarter, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Along with the touchdown that he ran for.
Yeah, like I was saying, that we held them to that goal line stand to and they kicked the 3 instead of getting that touchdown.
But at that point, the damage had been done because the crowd didn't even cheer that much over the second touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, in all actuality, the game was still reachable. I mean, it was reachable the whole game. But it's just like nobody scored in the fourth quarter. I mean, like there was not a score in the fourth quarter. We scored 7 in the third. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can sit here all day long. It's just, irritating. Because I know we had it. I mean, there was definitely a chance to beat them. We just didn't capitalize.
And at the end of the day,
and it goes back to what we said. We found a way. I mean, not to say they didn't. The Alabama didn't play well, and I mean they played great. I mean they kind of exposed us. I mean they did expose us, and we just didn't capitalize either. So I mean you got to capitalize against them. We've said that all the time. Alabama's going. Bama does what Bama do. I mean they're going to score, and you got to keep up with them. And they just hang around, and if you don't hang with them, then it's over.
Yeah, there are certain teams that you just under no circumstances do you let up off the gas. And 2 of them were playing each other this past Saturday, but we see this season which one has more tenacity. You do not let your foot off the neck of the Crimson Tide under any circumstances. You continue to the imagery there is a little bit much, but you get the sentiment. You hold until the game is over, because if you let them up the slightest little bit, and then the coach decides to replace the starting quarterback with a new kid who's coming in, and he just throws a 45, 50-yard bomb right over all of the defense to score and win a national championship. I'm still salty about that, but we managed to get one anyway. So it's just, I don't even know why I went on that rant for whatever reason. It's too much going on. Too much going on with the defense. Not enough going on with the offense, and it's making for an interesting ride. I'm to be honest, after watching the play, I thought that there was potential there. Man, look, I thought watching the game, I thought there was potential there for them to lose. Last week.
Yeah, no, I agree.
With Aguilar jumping out too, was it a 14-point lead?
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. The slow starts, and then we've harped on this and said this ad nauseum that we cannot afford to start from behind. I mean, we don't need to just give these teams that we're given 2 scores. I mean 1 score even. I mean you give them 14 points, a spot of 14 points. I mean I mean, like I said, depending on who it is, I mean, really, on any team.
Hold on. We still might be able to get a comeback win over Jackson Arnold. I said that out loud.
Yeah.
So I mean, even the fans, man, the one group of people that you have to win over is not the TV watching audience. It's not the people in the stands. A lot of times, it's the folks at home, and again, surfing content. I came across some gems I would absolutely love to share from this past game. It's a courtesy of our good buddy Uncle Lou at Crazy Uncle Lou on YouTube, one of the most renowned University of Georgia. Well, he's not a University of Georgia, Lord have mercy.
Oh Lord, you better clip that. You better clip that, Georgia. Oh boy, I can't believe you said that. You're getting old, Southern man.
He doesn't. He's not like he's not raw Georgia every week, right? But he's a Georgia fan who happens to be a podcast about college football.
Yeah.
And man, I'm gonna tell you what, the comments were rich. I'm gonna share some of these here.
You. I can pretty much tell you like what they are.
So here's this one here. It
says, Savage Dawgs is a rough spot to be. That group is harsh.
Yeah, it said as good of a recruiter as Kirby is, it doesn't mask the fact that he only has his team ready to play about half the time.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take 2 quarters for your team to show up, and whatever game planning we are doing all week doesn't work either. We always have to go to plan C or D and get down 14 points before we figure things out. That actually goes all the way back to the national championship, the first one, if you think about it.
Yeah.
These slow starts have to stop. Also, that 4th down play call was stupid, and we should have just kicked the field goal and tied the game anyways.
Yeah, I think I actually pinged that one to you or sent that to you. That was the one that stuck out for me.
And then keeping it moving. Where's the next one? Come on. Georgia invents ways to lose versus Alabama. At least I can watch. Your season is over this week or tomorrow.
You need to learn how to spell.
What do you mean?
Maybe I need to learn how to spell. I read that wrong. Never mind. That's that. I just trolled myself. That Georgia education.
Oh man, dude.
Man, we own one tonight. All right, Georgia.
Man, stop. Don't mess with me like that.
Who I am? I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
I got to get the focus off of me. Go ahead.
But we do. We invent ways to lose Alabama. It's like we cannot, under any circumstances, figure out how to beat these guys. Whether it's switching the defense up from one side of the field to the other, and then Tua comes in and throws to the side where you had the coverage and switched it from. Or it's after having watched that film all season long, allowing yourself to be beaten by the same play, caught by the same player, thrown by a different quarterback the following year.
Yeah,
it's just the dumbest penalties. There have been penalties that have put Alabama in field goal range or touchdown range. And I'm not knocking anything for those of you Bama fans that are watching. I am simply saying that Georgia just has a way of making the dumbest of dumb mistakes when playing.
Talking about dumb penalties, man. Dumb penalties. That dude that flew on top of the dog pile. You know what I mean? We don't need that. You know, not against Alabama. I mean, that was stupid. That was straight up stupid. I don't know. I
think he was trying to get his boy to tape him so he can make a TikTok moment. But either way, nonetheless, dumb as hell. Man.
For the gram. Man.
Yep. Here's another one. Beat Georgia in their own house at night without scoring a single point in the second half.
True that.
How telling is that? You couldn't score a single point, not one. You couldn't, Cat. Not your time, Cat. Couldn't score not one touchdown, not one field goal, not one measly safety at any point during the game so that you could have changed the narrative and then put Alabama on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
The box score even tells on them. They scored one touchdown in the third, and then that was it. Alabama did not have to do anything else to beat Georgia.
Nope. No, I mean we scored a touchdown in the third. They didn't score at all.
Yeah, that is true, sir.
So I mean, I don't know, but I mean, going to go ahead, you go keep going.
No, that's the same sentiment about the previous slide. So let's see. There was one that said, "Is this thing still counting?" There was one that said, "Watching Georgia play Alabama is like watching the coyote chase the roadrunner, knowing what's going to happen and still rooting for the coyote." So here's, yeah, yeah, and we just lost like half our viewing audience because none of them know about the coyote and the roadrunner. Anyway, next up here is a very long sentiment, but essentially what it says is there was only one Georgia football coach to have a winning record against Alabama, and his name was Herman Stegman. Now, for those of you that are Georgia students or Georgia athletes, you know all about Stegman Hall. That's the complex where all the athletes live. And even then, it was only 2-1, so they only played 3 games. So imagine if he'd had to play him 7 or 8 or 9 times, he may have an Alabama problem as well. But altogether, that comes up to 103 consecutive years of coaching with just the one win.
Not even regular season, right?
Yeah. Well, no, there's more than one win. I'm just counting. I'm referring to in terms of championships.
Yeah, I guess.
I told you I'm sick with this. I'm surgical with it, Jake. How you want it? So yeah, the dogs are just marking time right now, and it's not a good look. Like I said, I looked at the schedule again. Now you've got because of this game, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Texas look more formidable. And heck, Florida's got a good defense. The offense just can't score worth of crap. So that could potentially be. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that could potentially be 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Could be.
Well, I mean, they definitely put us on notice. I mean, sorry, they definitely put us on notice, right? I mean, like it's just those teams are just like they see it and how they exploit us. But I mean, there's one thing that I would hope that is the case. But I've been hearing that the players are chomping at the bit to get back out there, and they went straight to work. And I'm like, yeah, I would hope so. And I'm hoping they're pissed. I'm hoping they're ready to get out there, because they've got to run it out. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about this before. I think we got to run it out to be in the playoff.
At this point, yes.
Because I mean, AP already showed us, what could happen.
That's just pure insanity, man. Like, yeah, the AP definitely showed us what can happen. We are now outside the top 10.
Yeah.
And how does that happen?
I don't know. I mean, like I even told, and after the game, I even posted in our little group chat. I said, "What you want to bet that Bama would crash top 10?" I didn't think we would get. I didn't think we would be out of the top 10.
It didn't surprise me though.
No, it didn't surprise me either. But I didn't think it would happen. But I was just like, after but and after how everything goes, and I'm not going to get into the whole spiel thing. It's just like, how can they move up 7 spots? We drop 7 spots. And then, we talked about it, like even during the bye week, they moved up 2 spots after, curb stomping, La Monroe. And then we beat Austin P by 20 points or so. And then we lost, we dropped 2 spots. So during the bye week, they went up 2, we went down 2. So, I mean, we didn't play.
Yeah. and then currently ranked, I think, 7th in the conference. So at this point, they have to run the table if they want to get into the SEC championship, because if you get into the conference championship, there's still a shot that you could make the lose and still make the playoffs if your win is good. If your loss is a good loss. I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around that terminology.
Good, yeah. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, that's just such an oxymoron to me. A good loss. I mean, a loss is a loss. And obviously, and at the same point, that and we wouldn't even be having this conversation if we won the ball game, which is also a great point. I mean, you got to win. If you don't win, you'll get dropped. But I'm saying, I understand to be dropped, but to drop 7 spots after you're going to be by 17, what were they ranked? They were ranked, what, 17? I guess
they were ranked 17th.
And we were ranked, what, 5?
Yeah,
and
we were 5th.
That's insane. But same thing happened with Ole Miss. I mean, like Ole Miss, they went up 9 spots. And
they're now number 4, but they won in convincing fashion.
And LSU went down 9 spots. So they went up 9 and LSU went down 9 spots. So explain that to me.
The AP does not believe in LSU. Even being honest, the AP does not believe in LSU. AP has not believed in LSU since Joe Burrow left and went to the draft. And once Coach O showed us that maybe he was a one-trick pony at LSU, they just said, "Man, you have great night games, and the band really rocks." But nah.
Yeah, and my family seems not be everybody's favorite person. Like, I mean, I heard that he was just nobody likes it, but I don't know. And that's what is being told. But yeah, I got nothing, man. I've got me swinging. I've got nothing. I mean, at Florida State, I just lose it. Florida State went down. Who did they play? Florida State this past weekend? I can't remember. But anyway, that being said, they've dropped 10 spots. So obviously they lost.
Oh, God. I should know this because they
played
Florida
Virginia.
State this past weekend, lost to Virginia.
The Who's or the
the Wahoos. The Wahoos, that's what they call them. 46-38.
So they dropped 10 spots. But they're still in top 25.
Well, Florida State was going to be on a short leash anyway because they had the 2 losses last season. So there's, for every person that thinks that they're a top 10 team, there's another person that goes, yeah, but did you see their record last year? And they could revert at any time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you, man. The AP, I mean, there's a lot of people say, a lot of focus shouldn't be on the AP, and I tend to agree. But at the same point, it's hard not to see what's going on and be like, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think right here we need to take a brief pause for cause, and we'll be right back. You guys don't go ridiculously far, okay? See you on the other side of this ad. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the Roundtable Movie Podcast starring yours truly, Mr. Nicholas Rosario and Miss Delilah Crespo and Miss Tina Winter, currently on hiatus for the football season. But during the football season, we're just the Roundtable NFL discussion. So you can come check us out. Either way, it's on Tuesday nights. It's a fun time. And it's a great show. So we're back. Collin and I are lamenting what the heck ever.
Well, what I say? Whiny Misery Monday is Whiny Wednesday. But
yeah. What I mean, well, the good news is we got a game this coming weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and it's not against Alabama, and it's at home. But for those of you that are waiting on us to say something about 33-game win streak. Every streak has been broken. Every single streak has been broken. Every single streak has been broken.
Yeah.
So the streak got broken. It was a nice talking point. So we start back over at zero. And I say we, like Collin and I are. Like Collin and I
We
are.
controlling the clock, man. We controlling the clock. Send it back.
But the
Like
point
one of
is,
them.
you keep working, you keep grinding, and eventually you look up and you're right back where you started with another long winning streak.
Hey, regardless, man, that's impressive. I mean, like to have that long of a home winning streak, that's and even a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? We can't be mad at the last 2 years, man, or last 3 years. You know,
No,
it is.
not at
Hey,
all.
not me
An
and you,
amazing
man, as
it's
being
been an
fans, man.
amazing ride.
Yeah, me and you as fans. I mean, we can be more ecstatic. I mean, like that's been an amazing ride. You know, we were used to. I mean, like 41 years is a horrible ride, but I mean, hey, you know,
The only
got
thing
to a certain
is,
point.
I sincerely hope that ride is not getting ready to end anytime soon, and we get ready to go back to where we were
Oh, you
with
know, I mean, good. I'm sorry.
the 10-win seasons and the loss in the conference championship. So that's what I don't want to go back to. And even then, that's still pretty rarefied air. So
Yeah, and all these, man. I tell you what, I don't want it to get to a point where you know these fans are going out of pocket and just like I mean normally like they do, but it seems like people got used to the after that back to back and all that kind of stuff, kind of got it all in there. You know, started thumping the chest and poking it out a little bit, and then now it's not happening, and all the heat. You know, which I mean, Kirby's a head coach. He's used to all this stuff, but I mean, I mean, it kind of makes me wonder or think, how much will be too much for him when they run him off, or like the people run him off. So I mean, I don't know if that will happen. I don't think that he would do that, but I mean, the rumor mill is always going to be, swirling. But he's got the key to the state. I mean, I don't think he would leave, but I mean, at what point do you think it becomes, like I don't want to hear this.
I don't know. I mean, and then as a coach, how do you walk away from, as a human being, how do you walk away from $10+ million a year, whether you know you're doing good or you're not doing good? If you're not doing good, it's just like Gundy. Gundy was like, "Hey, y'all gonna have to come fire me." Little did he know they would. I think
Okay.
for real. I thought maybe y'all was gonna let me get to week 8 or 9 or something like that. Dag, I can't cash no more checks. Well, they still had to buy him out. So
of course.
But,
And I would love to see the buyer clause in Kirby's contract. I bet it is. Woo.
it is probably insane. But yeah, I remember before the first national championship, everybody was talking about Kirby this and Kirby that, and he can't do this and he can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a post that said, "Look, relax. The man has shown." The man has shown his potential for greatness as a head coach and what he has done in seasons prior. So yeah, there was a little bit of a drop off and Jake and them left, but hell, those guys were elite level players. Now he's trying to develop the guys that were behind them into starters. So it's going to take some time. And boy, once they caught that learning curve, it was on the popping.
Yeah, and we've got to take into account like he gets a new group of guys every year. You know what I'm saying? And we're probably as young as we've ever been. I think this year, but I don't know. I mean, like I just it would be. I'm with you though. $10 million or whatever he's getting paid. I mean that I could get those. I mean nothing can hurt me. I mean like insults, whatever you say. I mean I'm sure he doesn't pay any mind to it anyway. But
Yeah, I gave him the old Aaron Rodgers, RELAX, baby. He's got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But about Kentucky though, man, it's at home. I mean, it should be. I mean, I hate to say, and I'm not gonna say it. I mean, they've got us.
I was getting ready to say, don't you do that?
No,
it'd be embarrassing.
Don't you put that evil on me.
It would be really embarrassing. I think we both had to quit podcasting for a couple of weeks.
That's right. Don't put that evil on me, Breaky Bobby. Don't you put that on me. But yeah, they got us at what? Giving up 20.5 and over under 50. So yeah, 12 o'clock afternoon. Well, lunchtime game, so that'd be good. I got it right here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. I don't.
Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Sorry.
I'm looking at the guys that they have on the roster. I'm not even seeing any names I recognize at Kentucky. So, um, I and no, that's no offense to the Kentucky players whatsoever. It's just if a team is doing well, they're going to be standouts, and there's not really anybody that's just jumping out as a standout. Although Kentucky is 2-2, which I believe is an improvement over the first 4 games last season.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that.
I
And
see,
yeah,
and then on top of that, the dogs are going to be mad.
yeah.
I know Kentucky was watching that game. Like, just let them get a little closer, so they won't be quite so mad. I see these boys coming in mad. I see Kentucky getting a little beaten, banged up, and Stoops is probably on his way out as well. So
Yeah.
what you got for me for a score predict if you got one?
Man, I'm like you, man. I think they're gonna be mad. I hope they're mad. I hope they, come out here and put the hobnail boot to something. I would say, let's go. We're gonna let them score. I mean, that just is all there is to it. If we don't let them score, I'll be surprised. How about 42-10?
42-10.
Yeah, 42-10.
I'm gonna go ahead and make it a 50 piece. I'm gonna make it a 50 piece. They might get one. I think they get one touch. I think they get 10. I think they get the touchdown. I think they get the field goal. But after that, it's just gonna be a wrap.
You think we're gonna give it to them?
I think so. You don't think so? You don't think Kirby's got those boys doing up down drills right now?
I'm talking about give them 10 points and spot them 10 points, spot them a touchdown 10 points.
Oh, spot them a touchdown? Oh, we ain't spotting them. Well, actually, the way we played, we spotted a few. We spotted Alabama. We spotted Tennessee a couple touchdowns. So might as well let them have at least one before they file a class action lawsuit with the NCAA for discriminatory football playing practices.
Yeah, I thought we were done doing that, man. We were spotting teams, and then we got away from it, But now we back.
Shouts out to our guy Nathan Snell in the comments. Big Nate Sports Talk. He's on all the time, every time. You can catch him on his station, Nathan Snell, the YouTube station. Absolutely YouTube. Did I say YouTube station? Like he's on YouTube TV on his YouTube channel. It's got excellent. And if you like WNBA commentary, that's your guy.
Yeah, so he's doing really well with that. I'm impressed with Mr. Snell. He's doing a great job.
Oh yeah, my man's is doing. He got media credentials and all kinds of stuff. He's gonna be the 12th man of the year. They play basketball. Basketball is 5 players. 6th man of the year on one of these WNBA teams here. Let's see what we got here from Sean. It said Kentucky went 2-2 to start last year. They beat Ole Miss this weekend last year. They lost 13-12 last year with Vandergriff at QB. Yeah, Vandergriff was not a good fit for that program.
Yeah.
I thought that one. You want to talk about somebody that made me sad? I didn't want him to beat us, but I wanted him to do well just because he waited, and then he just didn't. I mean, he retired. Oh, they lost to y'all. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought that's when Beck had a bad. I think he had like 3 interceptions that game or something like that. And that's when I kind of thought that he was on. Kind of. I mean, be that as may, if I'm right or wrong, whatever. I just kind of thought of his. I think he checked out. He might not have, but it just seemed to me that's when it started, in my opinion.
Yeah, we still to this day don't know what it was. Whether it was trouble with the girlfriend or. A little sad because somebody got the Lambo or upset because the receivers aren't catching passes or whatever.
Yeah,
but he has bounced back in a big way this year. Proud of him.
For sure.
Proud of him, and played by Miami, bred by Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, if any of the rest of y'all, if y'all are still claiming Jalen Hurts at Alabama because he played one season and threw some touchdown passes, and I'm not knocking that. He's an excellent quarterback. But if y'all can claim him at Alabama, then we can claim Vandergriff at Georgia. So there.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Although Jalen did win the Super Bowl, and Brock is not going to play anymore. Yeah, he's not going to play any more football. He's retired. So anyway.
He's probably all right. He's probably better than both of you and I. So.
For sure. I'm not mad at him. Whatever money he got, we hope he made some wise financial decisions with it.
For sure.
Yeah. So you gave me a score. I'm going to give you mine, I think. I know we don't normally do these, and Rev is still he's not going to do the night. He'll pop up before the weekend and do one. I wouldn't say Georgia's going to go. Georgia's coming out of that tunnel mad, and they're not stopping until they've stomped them on hole in Kentucky and walked it dry, which is typical. I hate to say it, y'all. Sometimes our dogs can be bullies. Lose to a team they had all the potential and ability in the world to win to, and then turn around and beat the snot out of whoever the next opponent is.
Yeah. It made me feel better.
So that's where that is, man. Those of you that are joining, hey, how are you? We appreciate you for tuning in. You got any? Did I give you a score?
You didn't. You said the 50 piece. You didn't give me a score though. You didn't elaborate.
50. I was gonna give him the 10 that you said we was gonna spot him.
That's right.
So I got 50 to 10. That's what I've got. And
I got
like Collin said, 90.3% for Georgia, 9.7 for UK. Hello, love. Would you fancy a little bangers in my shay? That just sounds crazy. That really sounds crazy when you talk with that accent, because what he said was, "Good evening, miss. I don't suppose you'd like to have some bratwurst and mashed potatoes." But when you say it with a British accent, it sounds really dirty. So
yeah, it's better than Georgia. I'm gonna keep on you on that.
Oh man, you better stop. Oh man,
Yeah.
You got anything else for me today, brother, before we get out of here, sir?
No, man. Let's just just keep an eye out, because I mean the football season is almost half over. I mean, it's almost half over. It is flying by like it normally does. Like it's almost normal.
Don't tell me that, man. It's already catching up on week 6? No, 5. This is week 5. Well, week 0 is a week, so yeah, week 6, but still, this is week 5 coming up, and I don't want to think about it almost being over already, because it seemed like we waited for so long to get here. But then it is October, so
yeah, rinse and repeat, my friend. Rinse and repeat. So just a little bit. Let's see. The B man will be 15 in 2 weeks, October 13th. Like next week will be.
Keep me posted. Definitely keep me posted.
We will do. Other than that, man, I'm straight.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think I may have to work on Friday. I'll have to check on that, so that if I do, that means karaoke for everyone. And you guys, each and every one of you, we appreciate you tuning in this evening. Of course, the applause button doesn't want to work right now. There it is. We appreciate you guys tuning in this evening with this edition of This Week in UGA Football. That was the shortest round of applause. I know there's a longer applause floating around here somewhere, but we appreciate you all tuning in to this week's edition. For those of y'all that got here a little bit late, shouts out to our guys, Sean and Nate, both of them, I think, just finishing up for the work day. If you're just now watching this, since this is the replay, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you again soon. Don't forget Car Chronicles. Those will be popping up all throughout the remainder of the week and through the weekend. Collin is going to join the Car Chronicles at some point, because I asked him for some videos.
Yeah, I'm in lunching. I'll get it to you.
Man, you lunching like 1980, like when they were playing drums on the lunch table and everybody started singing Hot Lunch. That's an oldie that nobody under the age of 45 will be able to get. Anyway, keeping it moving along. Although Sean and Nate might get it, I'm not sure. I don't want to. I don't want to pigeonhole anybody into a box.
I got it.
But y'all have yourselves a great evening. We will catch you again soon. And until then, Go Dawgs.
Go Dawgs.